In academic discourse, the ability to critically analyze arguments is essential. Just because a writer presents an argument does not mean it is inherently valid. Each argument must be scrutinized for its supporting evidence, logical coherence, and underlying assumptions. This analysis is crucial for developing informed opinions and making sound judgments in both academic and real-world contexts. Understanding supporting evidence. Supporting evidence is the backbone of any argument. It can take various forms, including facts and data. These are objective pieces of information that can be verified. For instance, if a writer claims that climate change is accelerating, they should provide empirical data, such as rising global temperatures or increased frequency of extreme weather events, to substantiate their claim. Statistics. Statistical evidence can help quantify claims and provide a clearer picture of the argument's validity. For example, a study indicating that 70% of scientists agree on the human impact on climate change adds weight to the argument. Examples and anecdotes. Concrete examples can illustrate a point and make it more relatable. However, while anecdotes can provide insight, they should not be the sole basis for an argument, as they may not represent broader trends. Authority. Citing experts or reputable sources can enhance the credibility of an argument. When a writer quotes a leading scientist or refers to a well-respected journal, it adds authority to their claims. Causality. Establishing a cause and effect relationship is crucial for arguments that imply one event leads to another. For example, if a writer argues that increased screen time leads to a decline in mental health, they should provide research demonstrating that correlation. Analyzing emotional appeals. Writers often use emotional appeals to persuade their audience. While emotions can be powerful motivators, they can also cloud judgment. It is essential to recognize when an argument relies on emotional manipulation rather than solid evidence. Common emotional appeals include fear. Arguments that play on fear can be particularly persuasive. For instance, a writer may argue that failing to act on climate change will lead to catastrophic consequences. While the concern may be valid, the argument should also present factual evidence to support such claims. Pity. Appeals to pity aim to evoke sympathy and compassion. For example, a writer may highlight the suffering of individuals affected by a specific policy. While this can be effective in raising awareness, it is important to assess the broader context and implications of the argument. Bandwagon. This appeal suggests that because many people believe or do something, it must be correct. An argument that states, everyone is adopting renewable energy, therefore, it is the best choice, should be analyzed for its factual basis rather than its popularity. Evaluating logical coherence. In addition to analyzing supporting evidence and emotional appeals, evaluating the logical structure of an argument is crucial. A valid argument should have a clear premise, sound reasoning, and a logical conclusion. Logical fallacies, such as straw man arguments, slippery slopes, or ad hominem attacks, weaken an argument's validity. For example, if a writer argues against a particular policy by misrepresenting the policy's intentions, straw man, it undermines their credibility. Similarly, if they assert that allowing some regulations will inevitably lead to extreme restrictions, slippery slope, this requires careful evaluation of the evidence supporting such a claim. Conclusion. In conclusion, the validity of arguments in reading is not simply accepted based on the writer's assertions. It requires a careful analysis of supporting evidence, recognition of emotional appeals, and evaluation of logical coherence. By developing these critical thinking skills, students can enhance their ability to navigate complex arguments and engage in informed discussions. This analytical approach not only aids academic success, but also fosters responsible citizenship in an increasingly complex world.
This has been a production of D&J Designs and Mathman 1962. Please click on the subscribe button if you want to be notified when new videos are posted. Adult education instructional materials available at https://edtech.dnjdesigns.org.